Trevor Etienne, their talented tailback, has been on a tear lately, is deep to receive the kickoff. On a strange day, can the Seminoles survive? Or will it take an adventure to do so like it did for Alabama? And Fitzgerald's kick lands beyond the end line.
Napier's worked with a lot of different quarterbacks in his career. May go back to the Louisiana playbook to see he now has this dual threat to work with.
Trevor Etienne gets the first carry tonight. The tailback
healthy on this defense. He can blitz and bring a lot of pressure himself.
O-line's been a problem for the Gators. Reshuffled again tonight. Etienne comes in motion. Brown took a look, tries to use his legs, and is stopped at the line of scrimmage by Jared Verse and Patrick Payton off the edge. Did extremely well, but he's got to help out Brown in that department tonight. And here's 3rd and 6. Knowles rush 4, good production. Pass is caught over the middle on a first down to Trey Wilson. He's the
eyes downfield there on that 3rd down.
16-yard play should give him a boost of confidence in the early going. Etienne makes a cut, slips through a tackle, and knocked down after about a 7-yard gain.
Jake Slaughter, that center. Watch this block right here by the big man. You just talked about taking on more responsibilities. Good job sustaining that block, and it allows the talented Etienne to get north and south, put that foot in the ground, and picked up yards.
Got it again.
Mertz.
He keeps it. Had to dodge a man in the backfield. You saw some. Verse, an elite pass rusher. One of the leaders of this defense. The transfer from Albany had a great season. Brown fights through some pressure in the pocket and is going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Brown on 2nd and 10. And Etienne runs into a wall and driven back. That's big Braden Fisk. Now it's 3rd and 9. Montrell Johnson is the back to the right of Max Brown. See if the Noles dial up pressure. This time they don't. They rush 4. Brown backpedals, delivers a long throw looking for Trey Wilson. Johnson has the football and goes off the right side. That's a solid
throw.
On 2nd and 5, Johnson not going to get around the edge. That was Etienne in the slot to the right. Bunch of receivers bunched to the left, empty backfield. Again, quarterback run is in play in this kind of situation. It's a pop pass to Etienne, and he gets popped. That time Jared Verse didn't whiff. They don't get him to the ground, but he goes backwards, and a huge loss.
Boy, that was a huge play. Verse is the leader, and these guys all know that they've got to step up and make plays. He just gets upfield and gets vertical. Just nothing that Hayden Hansen could do as a tight end because the get-off was so quick and so powerful from Verse. Play was blown up before it had a...
This from 48 away to give the Gators an early lead. Drives it, but it slides wide right. He's got to be nervous, right? Tate Rodemaker, his first start. He's a pretty even-keel guy, a calm guy. He's got his whole family here watching tonight, waiting for this big moment. His first snap was a Florida State starter. Trey Benson is behind him. Jaheim Bell's in motion, takes the pop pass, and the tight end, who's a...
Field, the young freshman safety's got to do a really good job, and off the edge there, keep an eye on one.
Benson tries to bounce it, retreats, nowhere to run, tries to reverse field, still alive somehow, but he'll be dragged down way back. Starter, and you got 8:17 to go. Gators rush 4. It's a screen, and all over it is this Florida defense trying to get it to Toafili and Jason. The 4th-year Aussie punter having a great season, averaging almost 47 yards a boot. Sent another deep one. Ricky Pearsall, #1 receiver, also the punt.
Decided by 1.6 points in those wins. I mean, it's always a tight game.
So it's a promising first drive for Max Brown. Missed the field goal, but he showed the ability to execute on 3rd down. Turns and hands off to Montrell Johnson, who's hit behind the line and fights back for no. It's been a lot of fun quite often. That was an amazing day in Tallahassee.
Yeah, what a year.
Brown, design run, makes a cut, gets downhill and picks up. It's never had to worry about the quarterback run when Mertz was in there, but the Noles have worked on it this week. They know to be ready.
Make them pay for that. Getting their eyes in the backfield, play action pass, trying to take some shots downfield.
Johnson runs right into the arms of Shaheem, right for the Standard 50s elite quarterbacks. On the move, has a man, but threw it behind.
Early downs and try to make the Noles pay for that overly aggressive approach to this Florida run game.
His first incompletion sets up a tricky third down here. Noles rush 5, ball out quickly, and that time the catch is made for
Max Brown.
Johnson tackled after about a 4.
Trying to figure this scheme out from this new Florida quarterback.
Brown on the move, pump fakes, delivers a throw down the middle, another precise throw. They can cash into the red zone.
Kid's got moxie, man.
Sure does.
Polly said, played point guard, shortstop, baseball, football, shows.
He had some swag in the meeting. I think he felt he was up to this moment. Pitches on the far sideline. Etienne left alone and bangs forward, fights for a 1st and goal to the 5. It's Pearsall in motion. Etienne is swarmed again. Ver's
intentions on that running back.
Defense, number 44.
It's a mistake for the Gators. Brown is going to take a sack. Swarmed again by Braden.
Really appreciate from a defensive tackle.
Got to hurry here, by the way, 2nd and goal. They barely get it off, and probably should have taken to the Florida State 3 plays.
That's it. That's all they've had.
Now a 3rd and goal. They had a 1st and goal at the 2, backed up outside the 10. Noles showing pressure late here, walking up a linebacker. They bring it, and they knock Brown down. Akeem Dent draws a flag right where the quarterback was hit, so let's see the call. This could be crucial. If it's on Florida State, would set up a 1st and goal. It's an ACC crew. Jeff Heiser is the veteran referee, one of the most accomplished guys around.
Personal foul. Defense.
They don't call targeting, they call unnecessary roughness. They didn't say the number. And on 1st and goal again at the 5. Montrell Johnson, they fake it to him. Brown on the move, looks to the end zone and just has to throw it in play, aren't you?
Oh, and I get these new rules, but not that.
2nd and goal. Johnson walks in. And the Maker and this Noles team have only run 3 plays and find themselves down 7 points. Made the call.
Well, there's a lot of Florida State fans are going to want to know what the heck is this about. The flag comes in from the top right here, right after the hit. I don't know what else it could be, but it sets up this opportunity for Florida. This is what happens with all the bells and whistles. Look at the Florida State defense react to this right here. You got jet motion. You got the tight end off to the left, going out to the right. And look at the linebackers and the safeties react to that. There's nobody left. Their eyes are in that backfield, and they're seeing a different attack than anything that they've studied all year that Graham Mertz.
Trey Smack to boot it away. And Duspan says,
you know, God's grace, just to be able to enjoy this, it's special. I love it so much.
You know, your passion and heart came out while you played. Your locker room speech promising to be better. I watched you win the national championship in the 2nd half against Oklahoma. You put this place on your...
My grandfather's dream was to see Florida win an SEC championship, and he died before it happened. And I like to think that when we won, he was watching us. and it really does just mean more.
I know you got a chance. I know you got a chance to talk with Max Brown, number 7.
I love what he does, and he gets to play all out regardless of what happens. That's not where he's defined, but he...
Wanamaker just 1 of 3. Crowd is into it now, juiced up here. The rain is falling. There's a lot going against Wanamaker at the moment. He turns and hands the ball off to Toafili, who gets nothing. And
what they're getting here early into this second quarter.
One thing Travis never did was turn the ball over. Wanamaker's got to be careful here on 3rd and 14 not to make a mistake. Raiders big pressure. Wanamaker on the run makes a long sideline throw, looking for Johnny Wilson, who makes the catch. Got to get his guys to sustain. They haven't been consistent. Long way to go, but a positive start.
Yeah.
Mastromano with Pearsall standing at the 25. And the play clock winds down. They take a, no, it's a fake, but did the play count? I hear whistles. They tried to fake it, but they took too much time. Delay of game, Preston Daniel took off.
Delay of game.
The momentum play, and it works, except it was a second late. Mastromano, who rolls out to his right like a lot of Aussies, had to dodge some pressure, then kicks it in the crowd. It led. Real positive start. That punt by Mastromano, just 16 yards after a 31-yard fake punt was negated by the penalty. Gators take over at the +40, and Etienne is loose. Etienne around the end picks up about 14.
Busting as far as their gap assignments and filling up those holes.
Etienne off the left side. You're talking about linebackers for
here as this game goes on.
2nd and 3. Gators trying to punch it in again and really build a lead and put this Knowles team on the ropes. Etienne knocked down right near the marker by Brown.
Changing up looks and making his defense think.
Brown didn't look too comfortable under center, that's for sure. Took a quarterback sneak and got nothing here and talk about this play, because I just think it has a different feel with both backup quarterbacks, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's important. Out for a field goal attempt on 4th and 1, though the 35-yarder to make it a 10-point lead, and he knocks it through. The analytic, but a problem keeping that ball on the tee.
What you and I and everybody watching is sensing that this right now is a game where the field is slanted.
Man has a chance here, and Tico should not be a long-term thing like an ACL. He should be able to begin to prepare for his pro career. Johnny Wilson, big fella, yards after.
And then he just runs through it. That's determination right there.
Toafili off the right side.
Remember you for not just all the great plays, but really that being the heart and soul of turning this great program around.
Absolutely, a guy who wanted to switch to receiver at one point before Norvell said that's ridiculous. Wanamaker zips the throw. He was a little bit injured. He comes back today. It's important that number 28 lends some stability to this group. They bring pressure on 3rd down. Wanamaker launching down the sidelines. Look for Wilson, and that time they don't win the battle. So here's Mastromano again. James Rosenberry didn't do him any favors with that snap. Last time it was off target and led to a shank. This time it's executed pretty well, and Mastromano boots it high and deep, and Pearsall but paid the price there. Gator offense back to work, up double digits midway 2nd quarter. Max Brown pulls it, has some space, and will take off. Lost the football, rolled out of bounds. Dents, who's been very 1,000-yard season, hasn't seen the ball yet and is now being checked out by the athletic training staff. Johnson runs through a tackle, goes sideways, gets a yard. It'll be 3rd down at about 6. Holly?
We talked to
be the young guy, and he was appreciative that he was given space in that occasion. That's his tactic. On 3rd and 5, those come after Brown. Ball pumps up in the air. It's caught. Wilson in their own end. Offense out there. up 10 at this point. I don't know what the analytics say. I can't believe they'd say go for it here.
No, there's no chance. Billy Napier's trying to get his attention. He's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I mean,
your defense is pitching a shutout. Florida State can't do anything right now offensively. You don't want to give them a short field.
I mean, in 4th and 1 in the red zone, you kick the field goal. It's time. So here's Jeremy Crawshaw, the Aussie, to Coleman, who lets it go over his head, and it's going to roll dead. And Rodemaker and a struggling offense. It has 16 total yards so far. It's going to be pinned back at the 6.
That's the kind of first half it's been.
So that's not what's on his mind at the moment, though. After the 62-yard punt, Rodemaker is in his end zone, delivers a throw, and that's Wilson again. They have a real connection.
This guy's a coach's son. He's in his 4th year in this system. They got to help him out, run the football, and allow some of these playmakers around him make some plays. They've had terrible field position. I mean, he's been swimming upstream the whole first half.
Benson's behind him. His 1 carry. Remember, he retreated and lost 11 yards. It was a big play in their first series. He's got the football for his 2nd touch, and again, he's going to be dropped behind the line. Gators walk up a backer, showing pressure, and they bring it right up the middle. Rodemaker retreats and takes a safety. This struggling Gator defense hadn't looked like this all season so far. 10 yards of offense in their 13 plays. Fitzgerald boots it away. Etienne on the run. Etienne will return the ball throughout the second half of the season.
We're young.
I got it. Well, this is a reverse. They flip it back, and Brown just has to throw it.
Grounding here.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 17. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
Etienne hops forward,
gets to try to get the team engaged and fired up.
Brown on the move, chased by Verson, just throws it.
Stake to have a sluggish start.
Crawshaw kicks it. Coleman will let the last one bounce over his head, and it cost him. Makes the fair catch. Seminoles from the 10. Hand it off. Benson, that's his first positive gain after a couple of losses. They sorted out.
Jamari Lyons got over top of him.
Well, really helped Rodemaker out if Trey Benson could get going. Here's a guy that averaged more than 6 yards a carry coming in. Rodemaker throws it down and is slipping. It was a loss on the play.
If he caught it beyond the line of scrimmage, it'd be Lyman downfield, but maybe it's on Florida. We'll see.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct against number 95 for spitting. 95 is ejected.
For spitting.
15-yard penalty.
Wow, that's Jamari Lyon. They lose a backup nose tackle and position the Noles at the 39 now.
They played such a clean game until that.
Benson into a very clogged middle, numerous times able to create electric plays throughout the season. That's been missing so far. Rodemaker from the pocket does press the ball downfield on cue, finds Jaheim Bell. That is the play that perhaps could let this quarterback settle in. They're at the 31.
Give Rodemaker a lot of credit. He reads the safety work to the middle of the field. Bell can get inside leverage and make this throw right there on a line. Great decision reading that safety post snap, and a heck of a throw here by the junior.
29-yard chunk. They began this drive with 10 yards of total offense. Rodemaker buying some time and makes a long throw to the far side.
Penalty. Now they're, for the first time all night, getting aggressive.
Toafili takes a handoff, and Lawrence Toafili banging through defenders. First down to the 16.
A lot worse. 12-point game.
They will get the ball to begin the second half, Florida State as well. Toafili again, trying to squeeze through an opening, picks up
6'4", and Wilson at 6'7". He's off to the right.
From the pocket. On the move now, has to throw to the sidelines, and Benson out of bounds. Coleman's in the slot to the left.
They've been blitzing him on third down. Let's see if they do it again.
They do bring pressure. Rodemaker rolls away from the pressure, files near the pylon, reaching and making the catch is Wilson. First down at the 2.
I'll tell you what, for a guy that hadn't played a lot of football, watch when this ball comes out. It's before Johnny Wilson even turned. Good job of making a turn. Great catch. Knee, feet down. Great catch. They're going to take another peek. Looks like they're going to take a peek at this. Make sure he had possession of the football. But that was...
The ruling on the field stands. First down, Florida State.
Get Benson going in the running game. A lot of things have gone right for the Noles so far in this drive, but can they finish the job here? It's a very large human. You circle here.
I hear the big fella.
400 pounds plus. Benson, stutter step, muscles in, touchdown Seminoles. What a drive for this quarterback who needed something good to happen. It's also a part of rivalry week, right? Emotional games, you lose your head for a minute. You make an emotional mistake and it can have a big impact. You've seen it 1,000 times over the years in these kinds of games.
13 plays in that last drive, 10 for the touchdown.
I was wondering what the school positive first half for the sophomore. I think he would just hand off here, not make a mistake, and then get to the locker room with a 5-point lead. Verse.
He must be kryptonite to Nick Saban. At Ole Miss, he beat him a couple times. He just knows how to call the ball plays when he plays that defense.
Uh-oh. Johnson takes off. The Noles have called a timeout, and Johnson might make him pay. A huge play down in. Sets up the Gators with a chance to, at the very least, get a field goal attempt before halftime. They have the one timeout. Johnson again, right back to work. Has a hole. A flag is out as he is knocked down at the 9, but a flag in what you would expect would be the holding zone. And now an altercation after the play. 2 linemen got into it. Verse was knocked down. A bit of acting there, but a Gator appeared to throw a punch at him.
Number 67, 10-yard penalty. First down.
Short of his career long. And Florida State will take the old ice. Kick is away, and he missed it. This time he hooked it wide left. So smack a couple of misses in the first half.
Things looking exactly the way they wanted, but give Florida State some credit for the way that first half ended. Got right back into it.
Noles get the football right now, and kickoff reaches the end. Play by Keon Coleman, yet their top receiver. Targeted twice, no completions to him. We'll see if Rodemaker can get him involved in the second half. Benson makes a cut, started right, and muscles.
His composure, man. Again, son of a coach.
Very low-key personality will serve him well in this situation. That's Coleman motioning across. On 2nd and 10, Rodemaker has a clean pocket and launches downfield for Coleman over his head. He was well cut.
It's heels.
Need 10 on 3rd down. Didn't have a conversion in the first half until that throw to Wilson down near the goal line. 4-man rush, time across the middle. It's Wilson again, makes the catch and makes the first down.
And then the ball gets on him and allows him to protect himself. The big man at 6'7" makes that play.
As you suggested, they have a little bit of tempo after the first down, trying to get some rhythm. Right back to Coleman. Coleman, his first catch is a big one deep into Florida.
Backers and safeties, because back-to-back plays there. One to Wilson and this one to Coleman.
Toafili plows forward. A lot of quarterbacks that don't have it.
See it much cleaner.
Well, he wants the operation to speed up. That's what he told Howling. He has been a Very efficient opening drive in the third quarter. Benson as the football runs through tackles. Trey Benson to the secondary. Trey Benson to the end zone. And the Noles claim the lead on a 36-yard run.
Watch the block right here, the AT&T clicker. Really good job by Emmanuel being able to help out in a stretch play. You got to climb up to get to those backers. He's able to do that right there. And then you have Benson breaks through an arm tackle and has the speed. Takes that angle and into the end zone.
Jalen Kimber, it's not touch football. He did reach out with a couple hands. Missed tackles have been a problem throughout. Traded, lost 11 on his first carry. That was a big play in the first 3 and out. Lost yards in his second play. Has gotten going now in the last couple of Florida State drives. And all of a sudden, the script in the swamp has suddenly flipped. Instead of the Seminoles with their replacement quarterback Kirk being on the road, all of a sudden Thanksgiving, go home, and maybe depending how the team's doing, you don't come back and get involved. But
disappointed you don't get a face-off tonight. What have you guys done to support each other this week?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was right after our game, and I saw what happened to him. I sent him a DM on Instagram. I was like, hey, man, I'm thinking of you. Because really, I mean, you hate to see that happen to really anybody. And
Brown, that Seminoles starting to take over the swamp. This is a big answer from Florida.
Yeah, DJ Lundy a play behind the line, so it's 2nd and 12 for Brown. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Tried to
experienced quarterback.
Noles show pressure again and bring it. Brown this time delivers the throw over the middle, and it's caught for the
back. Saw that pressure, stepped up, made an accurate throw to give Pierce all that chance.
17-yarder gets him within 35 of 1,000 receiving yards for this season. This is their last game if they don't get the win, and it's been a long time, 21 years since the Gators have had a 1,000-yard receiver. Johnson, a big gap. Knocked down inside. They put FSU on top. Now the Gators trying to respond here. Impressive start to the drive. Johnson again. Lowers the pass.
And they've needed it. They still have been able to find some creases to hit some big plays.
Johnson again. This time there wasn't much of a crease. He works for 2 yards, 6 of 10. Keeper, space, and using those legs. Began at the Gator 25. Pressure up the middle. Around the end is Wilson. Trey Wilson gets one block and then gets slammed.
I don't blame him.
It's Orlando versus Tampa there. A couple of the many Floridians in this game. Johnson, he comes from Louisiana. He just 1 for 3 tonight.
Here's Pearsall right here.
Montrell Johnson split far to the left. Brown takes off again. Slips a couple tackles. Slammed down at the 20. Shaheem Brown has had an active 9 field goals. Connected earlier from 35. And this for the Gators to reclaim the lead. And he does get it inside. Terrible play. Takes a huge sack. Next play, Devontae Smith touchdown. Look, the stakes weren't quite that high. Cam Lewis missed a field goal barely that would have forced overtime. Short week Friday night. Trey Benson knocked down Oregon by playing last. Feely is in the slot to the right. This is a wrinkle. Coleman could do a lot of things. He comes out of the backfield. Rodemaker taking too much time, and he'll be swarmed at the 15 by Desmond. They have to spend a timeout here.
They didn't get it off. That's going to be a delay of game. Crowd, Mike Norvell said, clean up the operation.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
The student section breathing down his neck. Rodemaker steps up and looks for Coleman downfield and threw it into a very risky. And the Gators could get great field position Mastromanno rolls out. It's a high, short kick. Pearsall makes a fair catch.
Live.
Yeah, I see it now, Bill, with the gunner.
But a personal foul type of situation?
Personal foul. Blocking while the player was out of bounds. The penalty being forced from the end of the kick, 15 yards. First down.
To the game, there's been a lot of close games and situations just like this. Jameis threw a bunch of picks. They had to survive.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Like in 2014. Etienne off the left side picks up one.
Just don't play that can cost you the football game.
Brown to the edge, a completion, but flying up there is Jerry and Jones.
To the motion, watch his head get on his swivel. Right away, he sees that and he jumps it. He knows that when that big tight end came in motion, they're trying to get the big man out in front because they want to get the ball quickly out to Etienne because they want to use him as a blocker. But when you react that quickly, that's
14, you figure Adam Fuller might dial up some pressure here, take time away from the young quarterback. They do bring pressure. He escapes, sidesteps the tackle. Watch time win at Clemson. Had to make a pick to clinch a tight game against Miami. The Gators have let close games slip away frequently. That's a booming punt, but it's too long just to win, but also to look like a playoff team in the last 16 and a half minutes here. Benson breaks a tackle. Trey Benson is getting going now.
job. Instead of just banging up in there, he waits for the blocks and then gets behind them.
Three-man rush gives Rodemaker lots of time, but the ball is batted down. 5. You don't figure to get the sack, but he affected the play. Final minute of the quarter now. Rodemaker faces a third or a 2nd and 10.
Play clock. You're going to call timeout.
They've had 3. Davis in their average is 290 per game. Just 108 passing yards so far. Play fake. Ball down the middle. High throw, incomplete. In emergency duty. 3rd and 10. He's on the move here, looking to create. And just has to throw it away. Wilson was over there, but well covered. And especially porous in the last 5 games.
Yep.
It was hard to see this coming, frankly, this kind of effort. Mastromanno on the roll. Drives Pearsall back and makes a fair catch at the team. We haven't seen Etienne for a while. And Johnson off the right side stumbles. Time of this Florida Gator football team, and it fits here. Underdogs tonight at home. Up as we begin the final quarter. Johnson may have to go the rest of the way at tailback a couple of games. Play clock is winding down on his 3rd and 4. It's important they get the snap off. Johnson just plows into the...
Yeah, they have depth now, and they rotate him in.
That's a big stop for the Gators. That's a huge punt. Crawshaw drives Coleman back to the 5. And Keon Coleman gets going. Look out. Keon Coleman could not... Wait a minute, he's still going. I thought they had him penned in. He bounced for Coleman to make a play. That's important. Knowles with great field position, trying to reclaim the lead. They give it to Benson. Three-man rush. Rodemaker's going to shake a shot downfield and almost intercepted. There's a flag down. Is it going to be on Wilson, who's worked a lot against Devin Moore on the edge tonight?
I think it's got to be on the defense.
Defense, number 28. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
It's not a very well thrown ball, but Rodemaker gets away with it. Wilson has been the dominant targeted receiver tonight. Benson makes a cut, started right. Imagine. Second and 3, Rodemaker thinking about a downfield play. Does launch incomplete. Far to the left. Rodemaker's 0 for his last 5, Kirk.
Wilson down at the bottom.
Benson has the football. They're all over him. Big man Desmond Watson just Gerald. Instead, the offense is on the field. Huge moment here. Pressure comes. Rodemaker completes it for a first down to Ja'Kai Douglas. Pinpoint throw, and that's a strong-handed grab.
They played zero coverage. They brought everybody here. Here's the matchup right here. Can you get inside as a receiver? And instead of going to Coleman or Wilson, they get it to Douglas, and he gets inside and makes a nice catch. What a play.
First catch tonight. Clutch throw by the quarterback on fourth down. Now it's Benson back to work.
Trying to stay fresh with their big bodies.
Remember, Jamari Lyons is the guy who got kicked out of the game for spitting. He would be one of the dudes rotating in here to try to stay fresh on that front. Benson. Is Darius Washington.
Not any feel at all of panic from him or from Rodemaker.
This time they're well within field goal range. See what they do on 3rd and 3. Play clock winding down. Got to hurry again. Barely get it off. Rodemaker delivers complete. First down. Wilson muscles down to the 6. And again, Rodemaker makes a play on 3rd down.
Now here comes the pressure here, but look at the cushion right here. He sees that. He says, I'll take that all day. Get the ball out. You're going to give me that kind of cushion to my big receiver, Johnny Wilson? Thank you. But the parents of Rodemaker, he's saying, let's go, let's go. There's Dad, a high school coach in Valdosta. Let's go, baby, let's go.
Go to the end zone, jump ball. Oh! 2nd and goal, 2 tight ends in the game. That's Coleman in motion. Benson's got the ball. Benson running through arm tackles, battles down.
The left, Florida has one defender down here.
Some confusion and some tired dudes on the field. Play 11 of the drive. Benson smothered right there, no gain. Chris McClellan, one of the backup defensive ends, brings up 4th down.
Chris, I think the timing of this blitz impacted the rhythm. He doesn't make the play. The play's made here, but watch how the blitz is timed up perfectly. Able to get into the backfield, and the slanting big defensive tackle that time makes the play, McClellan.
So they force a field goal attempt. That's huge. Knowles can reclaim the lead. Fitzgerald with a glorified extra point from 19. But the margin, his replacement Tate Rodemaker handled business well enough, avoid the big mistake, and he's.
That's what I am.
All right, Max Brown to work from the 25. Field goal will put him in front. And Trey Webb is in the game. He's a very talented young back out of Jacksonville, very coveted 5-star recruit. He's been exciting in limited action this year with Etienne out. He's in the ball game, but the blitz comes after Brash here. Knowles fans making noise now on 2nd and 16. Brown backpedals again and delivers almost the first takeaway tonight. Shaheed Brown, a diving attempt. Verse brought the heat again.
What we just say, we keep talking about, is which quarterback is not going to so much make a play, but who's going to potentially lose the game with being inexperienced and throwing a ball like that. Verse, I think, affected his vision. Sometimes it's not the sack, but it's affecting the quarterback, which is what Verse did. That's the first real mistake we've seen.
As you said, he affects the quarterback very frequently, and has again tonight. Brown pressured again, spins free, but can't escape, and he'll be brought down. Gators have played well, but the Noles have imposed, and that's 3 straight 3-and-outs with the Florida offense. Coleman this time backs up and lets it roll dead.
Leader, and they're just trying to get out of here with a win right now.
Benson trying to get this drive off to a positive start, but he retreats. And
Florida's going to continue to come after him when he gets them into these situations to throw the football.
Play action, launches to Coleman, over his head, flag comes out.
Pass interference, defense, number 23. 15-yard penalty.
Tell you what,
automatic.
I'd love to get
First
Bill's
down.
thoughts on this, because I think because Coleman definitely pushed off.
Maybe keep the flag in the pocket. Two tight ends. Jaheim Bell on the end around is knocked down way back. Gators trying to get set up on defense on a 2nd and 5. Keeper tracked down from behind. It was methodical. Produced first downs for the Noles.
Got a safety over top with the freshman Thornton to help out.
Rodemaker against a 4-man rush. Can he escape? Can he get there with his legs? Not known as a runner. Takes a huge hit. Flags come in against the Gators. And he is down and in distress. Wow. He took off. Wasn't going to dive head first. Gave himself up on the slide. Jaden Hill and Bryce Thornton met at the quarterback and delivered a shot that's going to draw a personal foul.
Yeah, now you have the teams out there. Obviously, Florida State didn't appreciate the hit on their quarterback. It almost looked like they missed him because he slid under it and hit each other. Watch this, Chris. When he goes down, I think he gets under a lot of the contact. He gets, and the Gators hit each other. No, he's in there. He's hit. He's a defenseless player once he goes down. And the Gators have had some mental errors in this game that have been costly. None bigger than this one.
The minute he starts to slide, the play is over, right? We've talked about that throughout the season. Brock Glenn, by the way, is the next man up for the Seminoles. He was the 3rd-string quarterback at the beginning of last week's game. He's a freshman,
After the play
true
was
freshman
over,
from Tennessee.
personal foul with targeting. Defense, number 23. 15-yard penalty, first down. That play is under further review.
They'll in that game of 11 yards.
The ruling on the field for targeting is confirmed. Number 23 is disqualified.
So a
First down,
second
Florida
Gator
State.
defender is Hill being booted. It'd be a shock if he didn't turn and hand the ball off to Benson here.
Yep.
No, I'm shocked. He rolls out, throws it, it's batted down at the line.
Everybody watching's thinking they're going to be conservative. Instead, he rolls him out.
Clock not an enormous factor yet, but it does, of course, stop on that incompletion. Now Glenn, with a flag down, keeps it around the right end and is tackled after about a 7-yard gain, but Noles are going backwards.
Yeah, I didn't see any movement.
Vel's having a conversation with the officials. It looked like it would be in the zone where you'd have a hold.
I think he lined up off sides.
Offside. Defense.
Good call.
Yeah.
Number 11. 5-yard penalty.
No one moved.
Surely they're going to feed Benson here. Picks up a couple, makes it 3rd and 3.
Florida's going to call one of their
back.
And obviously with him opens up the playbook on what you can call here. Kansas, he kills this, seeing pressure.
Power formation, everybody lined up close to the football. Benson, first down, still running. Trey Benson, all the way to the end zone. Hat trick touchdown for Benson. Houses it from 26 yards. Number 3 with 3 touchdowns in a rivalry game, helping his quarterback out.
Man, cannot say enough about Benson and his patience.
You said you love watching this guy run.
I just love it.
His skill set.
Yeah, I love he's slippery, he's powerful, but I love how he just takes his time getting through the line. This offensive line on this right side, watch this open up, and then watch the Gator to the outside miss this tackle. Good job by the offensive line. Watch the back. Take his time. He's not going to rush this. Takes his time, navigates, feels. Right there is a chance to make a tackle. Another chance to make a tackle. Kimber and Marshall miss it. You cannot do that against this good of a back. He's got low center of gravity, great balance, runs through those arm tackles. The Gators defense has been playing well tonight, but missed tackles, undisciplined moments cost them tonight.
Absolutely, as you said, it was going to be 4th and 4 before they went after Rodemaker, who somehow took that huge hit, missed a few plays, came back in.
Good for that kid coming back out. His team is really rallying around him with the heart and soul. Jordan Travis down and out, trying to help him out. Love to see him fight through that hit that he took to get back out there to lead that team into the end zone.
Kickoff is driven into the end zone. Games have unfolded. The Noles have found ways and made plays in crunch time. The Gators have come short most often. Oh, a sack by the offensive lineman. Jared Verse just shoved a blocker back into Brown and knocked him down.
Oh, how fitting is this to watch the big man who's had a great night. He's, what do we say, affecting the quarterback? How about affecting the left tackle and running right through Damian George? He's owned him all night, and this time he just pushes him into the quarterback.
Brown on the move, throws it away. It's 90-pound
leader for this defense. Here he is again.
Brown lost the football. The SEC defense tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You think the fans at home can hear that tomahawk chop here in the swamp?
They need 20 to keep any faint hope alive, and there's a pick. He threw it right into the hands of Kalen DeLoach. And he's one of the big playmakers on this defense. Some high fives finally from Jordan Travis. This one is done.
Max Brown, this is not his strength when you put him into an obvious passing situation. Jordan Travis fired up to see it. Young man has played very well tonight. He's given his team a chance. He just doesn't see the middle linebacker here. Got a veteran in DeLoach who's made big plays for Florida State's defense all year. He's just sinking in coverage, reading the eyes. Brown's more effective as a dual guy. Run, can throw, play action, kind of keep you guessing. You sit back in that pocket. I just don't know if at this stage of his career he sees the field well. And Mike Norvell knows he has just secured victory here in the swamp.
First turnover tonight. You're right, DeLoach continues to make a playmaker. He was trying to find Ricky Pearsall there. It's been a tough night for the Gators receiver who's had a brilliant season. 1 catch for 17 yards. He'll not get to 1,000 yards. Would have been the first in 21 years to do that for Florida. And Rodemaker will eat up a little clock and then take a knee.
Well,
these rivalry games, so often it produces something like this. The heavy favorite of the team that has the much better season still has to claw to the final play.
And I think a lot of people around the country, they're sitting there, they're thinking about Florida State without Jordan Travis. Are they worthy of being that team if they end up winning against Louisville and winning the ACC championship? We evaluated, and this is a tough. Don't look at this score and think Florida's 5-7. It took them. They only beat them by. Please don't look at it like that. This was a tough environment with a backup quarterback that had to fight. Take some shots. They're on the ropes early, and give them credit. The defense made plays. Rodemaker made plays, and this team grew up tonight, in my opinion, and won in a tough environment.
Fell behind 12-zip, then outscored the Gators 24-3 after that. And Napier's team will not go bowling. They'll fall to 5-7. Another losing season here in Gainesville, and it'll be an unpleasant offseason for everybody involved with Florida football. This is not what they had in mind at the beginning, to say the least.
Now, last year, the Vegas Bowl, they played Oregon State. This year, I think they had high hopes and finished 5-7. But just to flip it back again, the resiliency of the Florida State team, I think, that's what you got to really respect. We'll find out. I know Louisville lost to Kentucky, but you know the Cardinals will show up to Charlotte ready to go, and that'll be an interesting game for them next week.
The Seminoles survive in the swamp. Quick handshake for the two head coaches. It was hard work, but it figured to be. With Jordan Travis watching from way above the field, his understudy does enough, and Trey Benson carries the load offensively with 3 touchdown runs. Holly?
Well, Coach, you said before the game, we're a good football team. You're more than one person. How did this team grit this win and get it?
It's just what they're made of. They're built for moments like this. Yeah, a lot of adversity. Did not play very good to start the game, but these guys have tremendous hearts. They work, they challenge themselves, and in moments like this, when everything's stacked against you, they just respond.
People might look at the score and think this was not a great performance. How hard was this win for you tonight?
Well, rivalry game. This is a year-round. We know the importance of this game for our team, for our university, for all Seminoles, and our guys answered the call, and I'm just so proud of them. It was a great win, and just their heart showed up once again.
There's going to be a lot of conversation moving forward about what your team deserves. Coach, what do they deserve?
They get an opportunity next week to go compete for a conference championship, and we're going to work and go get better. Everything else is beyond that. I think you see a great team that works together, that they answer the bell whenever they get the opportunity, and I'm just so proud of them. We're going to work to go get better and compete to go win a championship next week.
Thank you. We've got a great runner tonight. Thank you so much, Coach. And Trey Benson, such a great, gritty performance. Two best friends here, Jared first and Trey. What did it take for this team to get the win tonight?
It's hard work. All week, we put our faith in the tape. We know he can do it. We know he has that ability. It was just a matter of him getting out there, in the first few snaps, and then taking over. And the rest, Trey.
3 touchdowns in a rivalry game, no small feat. How did you get it done?
Kept trusting my teammates, kept trusting my track, I know it was going to be, little 2-yard gains, 3-yard gains, 4-yard gains, and then one was going to pop. So, I just kept trusting it.
You guys are 2 best friends. You've pushed each other all season. How do you go get one more win?
It's good. We all day, we'll go home, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about what we can do as a team. We'll go out. Roommates. Oh, we'll talk about what we can do as a team. But it's just a matter of mentality. The whole team's got it. We know what we have to do to get that extra win. We know what we have to do during the week, so we just did it.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have fun next weekend.
The third good buddy in that triangle, of course, is Jordan Travis, and they'll want to do it for their fallen leaders. 6 sacks for Verse in that defense, 3 touchdowns for Benson.
Yeah, great game. Great job of fighting through and, again, showing the resiliency. Look forward to seeing this team play again next week against Louisville. And, man, what a day. What a weekend it's been for rivalry weekend in college football. So much fun.
Yep, and next weekend, championship weekend, and we'll start it off in Las Vegas. The Ducks and the Huskies battle for a conference championship, perhaps a playoff bid. Hard-fought night in the Swamp. Seminoles get the win streak to 18. Thanks to our crew. Tremendous job again. Bill Bonnell produced the game. Jimmy Platt directed it. For Kirk and Holly and Bill LeMonnier, Chris Fowler saying so long from Gainesville. Time now for Cal and UCLA. Off to Dave Fleming.